Yeah, so now we'll first do the question 4 that comes in the previous year paper. I've sent you the PDF of the same in the crash course group today only, so you all can check from there. So the first question that we have is question number 4. Like I said, you the question number 4 you have to do as the question says. Design a class named showroom. So your first step would be writing the class name as showroom. The next thing we have is instant variable slash data members as string name long mobile number double cost double disk. So what the next step will be to just create the data members. So our data members are string name long mom number double discount double disk double amount double discount double disk double what double cost and double amount. Here the next step we have, the next thing that our program says is to create a member method. The first member method that we have here is, as you all can see, now the next thing that we have, like in the yesterday class I taught you a constructor. So I told you that in some programs it is given that you have to create a constructor, in some program it is not given that you have to create a constructor. In this program it is given that you have to create a constructor named showroom. And what is the use of constructor? Default constructor to initialize the data members. Clear? So what will be the next step you will do? You will create a default constructor showroom, and inside it you have to initialize the data member. So what will the value of null? Null is string type, therefore its default type is null. Mom number is long type, therefore its default will be 0.0L. This equal to cost equal to amount. These all will have the return type, will have their default value of 0.00. Here you all can all do this in separate line also, and you all can do this in same line also. Both are valid. Clear? The next thing our program says is void input. What is the function of void input? First read it. To input customer name, mobile number, and cost. So the next thing we'll create, the next thing function we'll create is void input. Like I told you that you have to create scanner in the function in which you have to take input only. You don't have to create it as a global variable. इसको इस फंक्शन के अंदर ही बनाना है, इस फंक्शन के बाहर नहीं बनाओगे. So when you use scanner, you have to import the package of the scanner. The package of the scanner that you have to import is import java.util.io. Package name is java.util, and the class we we import all the classes using the asterisk symbol scanner. Now what we have to input? We have to input customer name, mobile number, and cost. So what we'll do? Customer name is stored in name. sc.next line. Next line is used to take input as a line. The next thing we want to input is mom number. Mom number will be sc.next now. Here the next thing that we have to input is cost. Cost would be sc.next double. Here after this, your this function is also over. The void input is also over. The next thing that you have to do here is void calculate. What is the function of the void calculate? The function of void calculate is to calculate discount on the cost of the purchase item based on the following criteria. This following criteria is given here. So the next thing that you have is to make a function void calculate. Void calculate. Calculate. You have to calculate discount on the cost of the purchase item based on the following, based on the now what will now we'll read what are the criteria given. Less than or equal to 10,000. If else so less than or equal to 10,000 the discount is 5%. If cost is less than or equal to 10,000, then A discount percent is 5%. What is the role of discount? The value of DIS keyword was to score the discount amount, not the discount percentage. So we'll calculate the percentage right here itself. So DIS will be 5 into cost divided by 100. Clear? Next thing we have is else if. Now, why I use else if, you will see right now. More than 10,000 and less than 20,000. More than 10,000 means whenever our first condition would be false. Our first condition was less than 10,000. Whenever our first condition would be false, then only it would jump to the second condition. Clear? In the second condition, it is telling that it should be less than equal to 20,000. But you all may notice that if our first condition is false, the first condition was less than equal to 10,000. If our first condition is false, it automatically means that our cost की जो value होगी वो 10,000 से बड़ी होगी. The value of cost will be more than 10,000 itself because the first condition is false. Therefore, we will be using else if, and in this we can directly write cost less than equal to 20,000. Clear? Here the discount that we have is 10%. The discount that we have is 10%. 10 into cost divided by 100. The next condition that we have, else if, is more than 20,000 and less than 35,000. So the same thing, cost less than equal to 35,000. If this is the condition, then what we'll have? We'll have the discount as 15%. So it will be 15 into cost divided by 100. The next condition we have is all the above three conditions are false, then else more than 35,000, the discount is 20%. So else a discount will be 20%. 20 into cost divided by 100. Clear? After this, to calculate discount on the cost of the purchase item based on following criteria. Therefore, our void calculate function is also over. The next thing we have is void display. To display customer name, mobile number and amount to be paid after discount. So we have to store amount to be paid after discount in the amount variable. As you all can see, amount to be paid after discount is stored in amount variable. But you all may notice that right now we haven't updated the amount variable by the discount. We will not update the amount variable in the void calculate function because the void calculate function was only used to calculate the discount, nothing else. Here we do as the program says. Void display. In void display, it has been told that you have to display a customer name, mobile number, amount to be paid after discount. You have the customer name, you have the mobile number, but you don't have the amount to be paid right now. So in void display function itself now, you'll do amount equal to cost minus DIS. Clear? The next thing you have to print is customer name, mobile number, and amount to be paid. You now have all the three things. So you now can print system.out.println name equal to name, the name of the variable. We'll do the same thing 3 times. Mobile number. The mobile number will be mob number. Next thing we'll have is amount. Here that would be amount. Clear? Now the next thing that our program is saying, write a main method to create an object of the class and call the above member methods respectively. So now what you'll do, you'll create a main method, public static void main. Instead of 80, you can write any name including your friend's name. Now what we'll do, we'll create an object of type showroom. Showroom obj. In the yesterday class, I told you the clear link between the object and the normal data type. Here is the call of the constructor. As you all now know that this is actually the call of the constructor. Constructor is the only function that is called automatically whenever an object is created. Now obj dot what was the input? The next thing we'll have is obj.calculate. Calculate. What is calculate only. Yeah, calculate. Sorry, the spelling was wrong. Calculate. Next thing we have is obj.display. Clear? So after this, when you have made this, now the next step you have to do is write the comments. In ICC board, 2 comments are sufficient. You don't have to write more comments. You may or may not. So like this. Here I put the comment used to display, used to print final output. Used to print final output. Clear? Here I use calculating discount. Clear? So after this, when you have completed the program, you have written the comment. The next step you have to do is draw the VDD table, variable description table, and we'll see it afterward. So in this program, anyone have you any doubts? Please ask.